everybody. Welcome to another episode of Getting Real with Real Estate here in the Grand Strand. I'm Jason Potter.
And I'm Jennifer Nicely. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon. We're excited about this episode.
We are celebrating our 10th episode.
Yes,
that
we are.
Is incredible.
Incredible.
I mean, it really is true. Time flies when you're having fun.
It does. We never expected the response we were going to get from this show.
No.
And I'm thrilled at where we are with it and what we have seen.
Yep.
And look where we are today. Another beautiful spot in the Grand Strand.
Yeah, thank you so much for all of you writing in, engaging with us, asking real estate questions. That's what the show was designed to do, was to educate you as the local. And even if you're not local, some of you watching this episode live from other states and you're just looking at communities here, possibly to relocate or retire to. That's what it was designed to do, was to engage you, educate you, and introduce you to some beautiful places here along the Grand Strand. And we are at one of them right now. Tell them where they are.
We are. So we are in the heart of North Myrtle Beach right now at the beautiful Barefoot Landing.
Yes.
Barefoot Landing this place has seen a lot of changes over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
We are right here on the beautiful Intercoastal Waterway. As you can see behind us, we have a marina. We have the Fingerland boat slips where you can pull up just in an afternoon or an evening and have numerous restaurants to choose from, and a brewery.
I know.
I love it.
I know.
I love it.
You could spend all day, all night, and even the next day here.
You can.
At one of these boat slips.
Can.
I mean, these boats behind me are just stunning.
They really are.
I feel like every time I come here, there's always more boat slips that they've added.
I
because
agree.
the demand. I mean, you can get here from Merle's Inlet, you can get here from Little River. I've seen people that have brought their boats from other states.
Right.
This is just an incredible place, and Greg Norman Restaurant is one of my favorites here. I mean, I love all the restaurants here, but I'm kind of partial to this one. I got a lot of memories and special events that we've taken place here. The food's delicious, the views are great, and the service is incredible.
Yeah. Greg Norman's is actually one of the staples of Barefoot Landing.
It is.
They have been here for years, just like you said before, and there's a lot of new restaurants here,
Yes,
but
there are.
Greg Norman has stayed put, and it tends to be one of the locals' favorites for sure.
It really has, and the shopping here. You know, like you mentioned, the past couple of years, Barefoot has really improved itself. They've done some storefront elevation changes that just looks beautiful. Some of the brick walkways, the brewery. There's no question why people love North Myrtle Beach. They love to move here because of places like this.
Yes.
So let's tell them a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, so we are going to recap the last 10 episodes.
Right.
And some of our favorite things that we have aired, and some of the favorite things you guys have written in to us about, and what you wanted to see and what you loved about certain episodes.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to recap.
I'm excited too. I mean, we have visited some amazing builders, some amazing communities, and like we said, the viewers have really been engaging with us, asking us questions, but also making some suggestions about where we should go next and some different ideas. So if you stay put, we're going to talk a little bit about real estate today, year to date. On the Grand Strand, what the market's doing. We're going to talk about some of our favorite episodes and moments from those episodes in these past 10 episodes for Getting Real with Real Estate. And we're going to end with some ideas of where we're going in season 2. So stick with us and we'll see you after the break.
I think he's waking up.
What happened, Doc?
He just got his last bill from the other heating and cooling guys and lost consciousness. He should have went to Axe Heating and Cooling.
At Axe Heating and Cooling, we're here to help the Grand Strand without the sticker shock. From new units, repairs, and preventative maintenance, we promise thorough, reliable, and exceptional service with upfront pricing. So when your heating and air act up, who do you call on? Axe Heating and Cooling, because we've got our acts together. What they said.
Come into Swift Appliance and check out our new Bosch countertop refrigerator. Fully adjustable on the inside and the highest ice production in the industry. Appliances are what we do best because that's all we do. Swift Appliance, buy local, buy Swift.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Getting Real with Real Estate. I'm Jason Potter and this is my co-host Jennifer Nicely. You know, we are at Barefoot. We're recapping our favorite parts of our season so far in our 10 episodes. We're going to talk to you a little bit about the real estate market and what we've seen over the past 12 months, but really as real estate experts, what we're projecting over the next 12 months.
It's pretty shocking.
Yeah, so I can't wait to talk about that. But quick go, favorite part so far in 10 episodes.
Oh my goodness, Jason, put me on the spot. Okay, I think out of all 10, Waterside at Grand Dunes.
Oh, yes. Yep.
stands out to me.
Yep, and I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yes, so it started in the kitchen
With the
wood.
With the woodwork.
Countertop.
It was
with
amazing.
the live edge
Yeah.
all the way across the bar top. And they followed that wood throughout the home.
It was amazing.
Flanked both sides of the fireplace and the
Yeah.
TV, and there was an accent room in the
I remember
sunroom.
that,
You
yes.
remember that? Gorgeous,
Yeah.
absolutely gorgeous. So that stands out to me.
Yeah, a lot of you reached out and specifically requested the information to the person doing all that woodwork.
Yes.
It was just incredible. You're right, how they carried that theme. It was such a focal point, but
It was.
throughout the entire house, they brought in, whether it was beams or an accent wall.
Right.
It was really, really neat.
Really gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh,
Tell
no.
me yours. Tell me yours.
I knew you were going to
What
do
stands
that.
out?
There were so many wonderful homes and so many cool features, but I have to say, and you probably know where I'm going with this,
I think I do.
up there in North Myrtle Beach,
Yes.
cottages on the marsh, standing outside on that upper deck.
Yes.
It had the glass balcony. Michael King and I were sitting there talking, overlooking this beautiful marsh. And, I just have to say, for maybe me personally and maybe somebody else, when I think about moving to the beach or moving to the south, that's, I think, what I envisioned.
I
And
agree.
to be sitting there talking about it, but being able to experience it was really neat.
Right.
And how cool would it be to actually experience that every morning,
my
for
goodness.
lunch, for dinner? So
birds.
lucky those homeowners, because that was just a beautiful, beautiful little
Stunning.
community. And I really hope we get to see more of that over the next 10 to 20 years for development here
I
on the
agree.
Grand Strand.
I agree.
Done right, so that you're not destroying any of the protected areas or the natural
Exactly.
beauty that we have here.
Yeah.
But it was really neat. That's what
It
stood
was.
out.
And you know what stands out about that episode is that the mayor took time out of her schedule to come talk to us.
Yes.
That was probably my biggest highlight
Yep.
of guest speakers throughout our 10 episodes
I
that I
agree.
got to interview
Yeah,
the mayor.
that was fun.
It was fun. Really, really cool.
Yeah, and part of me being able to experience that with you was listening to how much she cared about North Myrtle Beach.
Yes.
How she cared about the people, cared about the town,
passionate.
passion, took it personally,
Yes.
and also her projections. What she was seeing for the next several years, not just a couple weeks or months, but several years for what North Myrtle Beach has in store for its residents.
Right.
And getting ready for all the demand that she knows is coming our way here on the Grand Strand. So that was
Yeah.
really nice to hear that.
I agree. They're really prepared in North
Yeah.
Myrtle for what's coming. They know where the market's going. One thing that stands out to me was one of our first episodes at Living Dunes
Oh yeah.
and the putt-putt.
Yeah, yes, that was fun.
Having putt-putt in your backyard.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the epitome of Myrtle Beach.
It is. It's the golf capital of the world.
It is.
And we're actually sitting here in North Myrtle Beach. And again, at Barefoot, you have the Greg Norman Golf School right behind
Yes.
us, so it's all connected. And yes, they're here for the beach. They're here for the golf. And that community really pieced it together. And you actually read my mind, because part of that putt-putt was contributing to the lifestyle that these communities, and I think
right.
throughout that common thread connecting every residential community we've been to so far has been the lifestyle that they're offering. So
agree.
not only are these builders and developers, whether they're national developers
Right.
or regional or just local custom builders, they're making sure that they're providing something more in addition to a nice house for their homeowners. And
That's
lucky
correct.
you, as the viewer, you get the benefit from
Yeah,
that.
the
So
inside scoop.
it's kind of like hotels knowing that they made that run of like, we're going to start putting a pool in, and then,
Yes.
then their neighbor put the lazy river, and the next one did a slide.
And now it's a whole theme park.
Yes, now some of them have water parks. I
Yes.
think residential homes, communities,
They're competing.
I think they're competing not just
I
with
do.
the homes, but the lifestyle. So I'm excited because I
So-
can't wait to see what they put in next.
So let's talk about the epicenter of amenities.
Oh, yep,
Del Webb.
amazing.
Del Webb at Grand Dunes.
I don't know.
I can't wait to retire.
Yeah.
Because I'm moving to Del Webb.
Yeah, when we were
For the
filming that
lifestyle.
episode at Del Webb, Jennifer and I, we were laughing so much because we almost got stopped on every scene filming by a homeowner wanting to know what we were doing and offering us to come inside and have a cocktail
Yes.
or hop on their golf cart or go hang out in the pool. They had sushi night.
Sushi. They
So
were
we
making
got,
sushi
We
that
got
night.
invited back for sushi night. So listen, if you're watching this episode and you don't live here yet, you may want to check that out if you like to have a good time, because
That's
that was
exactly
a great
right.
community. That was fun.
my son's 11, Camden, and
Yeah.
and he watched that episode and he said, "Mommy, I want to move there.
I want to move there.
I said,
Yep.
buddy, I do too, but when I can move there, you can't.
Yeah, right. You can stay for a week. And that was a really fun episode. So,
It was.
Goodness, we've had so many great opportunities to meet good people.
I agree.
Which has, I think, been my favorite part so far. To see what people have going on here in the community, how they're contributing to the Grand Strand, and
Yes.
really trying to provide that lifestyle that so many are trying to seek by relocating and retiring here. And even the locals. You know, the Market
agree.
Common episode was a wonderful episode as well. Just getting to spend the day there with everybody, filming at Lennar. They did a really good job. But again, just seeing those homeowners get to enjoy this lifestyle. And many of them have waited 20, 30, 40 years to do it. But
Right.
to see them in that season of their life fulfilling that lifelong dream has been one of the coolest parts of this show.
I agree. And you know, we're starting to see more move here that are not the retirement generation.
Correct.
We're seeing younger ones move here that still want that lifestyle and they don't want to wait 40, 50 years.
And that could very well be why we're seeing this run in competition for these communities to
Yes.
attract the consumer, because you're exactly right. I'm seeing it, you're seeing it. It's folks that are in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, not waiting for retirement, being able to work remotely,
Right.
or not being able to work remotely, leaving their job, going to find a job that allows them to work remotely so that they can move their family to the beach.
That's
so,
correct.
If you're local and watching this show and you've noticed some more cars on the roads throughout the year, that's why. These
They're
aren't
not
just
tourists
They're-
anymore.
Yeah, they're living here. So,
They are.
And that actually brings us into what we'd like to talk next with some market statistics. So stay with us and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Nancy Swift, owner of Swift Appliance in Murrells Inlet. Come into Swift Appliance and let our experienced staff build you a Bosch package. With rebates available, appliances are what we do best because that's all we do. Swift Appliance, buy local, buy Swift.
From day one, their customer service has just set them apart. I felt like family from the moment I stepped in the door.
At Coastal Fasteners and Supply, our customers are more than just a transaction.
No order too small, no order too large. If there's ever an item they don't have in stock, usually they can have it to me within the week.
They are why we have been here for over 45 years.
Quality, just great people.
We are Coastal Fasteners and Supply.
And with free job site delivery, we've got you covered.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Getting Real with Real Estate. Before we go into the market statistics, Jennifer and I just really want to tell you thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your engagement, writing into us, following us on social media, sharing our episodes with people.
Yes.
It means a lot to us. We love getting your phone calls and emails. Just the other day, I was able to work for somebody that wanted to purchase a home in Del Webb because they saw our episode on YouTube.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We don't do the show for that,
Right.
but it just made me feel really good that somebody's looking out there, not just for the show, but being educated by it. And that's really why we're doing it. So thank you so much.
Yes, and you guys have called in, you've written in, you've followed us on social media just like Jason said, but you've given us ideas.
Yeah.
You've said, hey, I'd love for you to do an episode in my neighborhood because
Right.
I love my neighborhood so much.
Yeah.
We think it would be a great episode.
Yes.
And that's the feedback we need from you guys. So we appreciate you following us, giving us suggestions, and we look forward to making many, many more episodes.
Yeah, we're going to stick around for a while. So thank you again just for your support and following us. And I promise you, we are going to really wow you in season 2 with
Yes.
our next round of 10 more episodes.
Yes.
So let's talk about the real estate market. It's Getting Real with Real Estate. It wouldn't be a good television real estate show without market stats. And Jennifer, let's talk about real quick. Let's go back. Let's time travel. Let's go back in the past about a year.
Okay.
It's summer. It's summer going into fall. It's 2020. The year of COVID.
Oh.
The year of uncertainty. We were optimistic as real estate professionals. We always try to remain optimistic for you. Sometimes too much, but we really didn't know what was going to happen.
We didn't. When COVID hit, well, let me back up prior to that. We have been due for some type of setback.
Yeah.
We have. If you look at history, every 7 to 10 years, we have a setback in the market, whether it's real estate related
Traditionally,
or
yes.
something
Yes.
else related.
Yes.
But traditionally, the economy takes a step back,
Right.
right? So when COVID hit, everything shut down. optimistic as I wanted to be,
Right.
I thought maybe this is our
Step back.
step back.
Right.
Maybe we're going to self-regulate and this is going to be the beginning of our step back. And to be honest with you, it did the complete opposite.
Complete opposite.
It catapulted us
Yeah.
to the top. And you know, one of the reasons why it did this is there's so many people throughout our country, not necessarily the Myrtle Beach area, because
Right.
our COVID experience, I personally feel, was a lot different
It
than
was.
others' COVID experience throughout the country.
It was.
But the people in other states were locked into the homes
Yeah.
for months and months on end.
Yes.
And after a while, freezing cold temperatures, you can't leave the house,
Yep.
the children are homeschooled, and you're sitting there looking at the South going, wait, they're on the beach.
Right.
You know?
Well, a good parallel to that is golf. You know, I'm an avid
Yes.
golfer, right?
Yes.
And the golf industry, if you're watching this and you're a golfer, there's no secret what happened to the golf industry. Here we
Right.
were, we thought that was going to take a step back as well and have a setback, but it did the opposite. People
did.
realized you could be outside, you can enjoy it, have fun. Sales of products were going up. Demand, they couldn't make golf clubs fast enough, golf balls, and
Right.
and that is directly what happened with our real estate market.
is.
Again, in large part to where we live.
Right.
And so
That's
let's go
right.
into some numbers. So here we are. That was last year. 12 months has passed. It took us all by surprise, but let's talk about numbers.
Jason, the numbers are crazy.
I know.
They really are.
Yeah.
I pulled them specifically for this episode
Okay.
because I wanted to go over this with you and the audience.
Sure.
And we've seen it.
Right.
You and I, we're in the field every day. We see it, we feel it, but to see it on a report and to see numbers is pretty shocking and amazing.
Yeah.
So everyone knows we're out of inventory, right?
Right.
To be honest with you, I showed property yesterday. I scheduled 6 homes to be shown.
Right.
All of them went under contract before I got to show
In that
them.
one day.
In that one day.
And just so you know, when we were talking just a few minutes ago about where we were last year versus where we are now, just to show you the demand on our area,
Yes.
we had almost 4
months of
four
supply?
months of supply, meaning if nobody else listed their homes for a 4-month stretch, we would still have enough supply to last us 4 months,
That's
and then
right.
we'd be out of homes. How
Right.
many months supply do we have now?
One. We are down to 1
And
month
dropping.
supply.
So
and
you're-
constantly dropping.
So we were almost
Quickly.
below 1 month's worth of supply. So
Yes.
for those of you watching, maybe at the round table or the kitchen table, dinner table, you've been talking about, the prices are increasing and it has to slow down. Of course, it will slow down.
It will.
But while we have no supply and we have increasing demand, for the next several years increasing demand, it's tough to see prices going down.
That's exactly right.
Especially with interest rates being low.
Right. The demand is there. Everyone's moving here from all of the other states
Yeah.
we just discussed, and they're willing to pay. They sold their homes up north
Most of them up north,
for
yeah.
a lot of money.
A lot of money.
And so they have that to come here, and our price points are still really good, even though they're higher. So take a guess how much higher our price points are from last year. We are at 21% of an increase.
Year over year.
Year over year.
So 21%
21%.
appreciation in home values here along the Grand Strand in 1 year, in 12
In 1 year.
months.
So look at this. Our average sales price was $294.
Right.
We are at $356 on average sales price.
So,
Up
yeah.
21%.
And something you just brought up about how the northern buyer is a majority of our statistics here are based on the purchasers, and the purchase power, a lot of it, as you know, comes from the Northeast. But, their markets are appreciating at 20-25% or
Right.
more as well. So 20 to 25% of an $800,000 home is a lot more than
It's
a
a good bit.
$200,000 home.
That's correct.
So prices will continue to increase so
Right.
long as the northern buyer still sees value here.
Right.
And I got news for you. Sitting here at Barefoot Landing on a Wednesday, having a nice lunch with the waterway, the boats, and a house 100 yards down
Right.
for $300,000 or $400,000
Right.
is a steal.
It is a steal.
If I'm coming from somewhere where I can get none of that and I
Right.
have to pay $700,000-$800,000.
Correct.
So
Now,
I don't see it slowing down.
I don't see it slowing down either. Let me give you these numbers, and this was kind of shocking to me, and I had to study this a little bit to figure out what actually happened.
Right.
So in 2020, in June of 2020, 1,000 homes closed that month in our market, Orion, Georgetown
1,000
County.
homes.
1,000 homes. That increased by 24% for June 2021. So
Wow.
1,241 homes
Wow.
closed in June of 2021.
Amazing.
Now, if you look at the pending numbers, the active homes and the pending and the sold, it's quite crazy because in June 2020,
Right.
we had 1,200 homes go under contract in that month,
Wow.
but only 1,000 closed. If you look at June of this year, we had a little over 1,000. We had 1,200 closed. Here's what this shows me. People were still nervous about COVID
Right.
in 2020. And so do you remember in March of 2020,
that's when it
we
really-
had tons of homes under contract
Yep.
and a lot of buyers backed out
They did. They
because
withdrew.
they didn't know what was going to happen.
Correct. Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I feel like our numbers are showing us that they're getting a little more secure. You know, one of the things that the mayor of North Myrtle Beach said that I found interesting is there are 10,000 approved permits for new construction.
10,000, that's a lot.
Just North Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are going, where are these people moving?
Yeah.
Because we're out of inventory. And reality is they're buying new construction.
Right.
It's going up
Yep.
like wildfire. You know, I told you I showed property yesterday.
Yes.
And we looked at new construction. We looked at a couple of resales,
Right.
but we didn't actually get to look at the resales because
Sure.
they sold. But my buyers are going to have to buy a home in a phase of a community that's not even released
It doesn't
yet.
exist. Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
They're just having to wait. That's where we're finding the inventory.
Yeah.
You're having to get creative these days.
You are having to get creative, and not to plug the real estate profession, shameless as it is, but you need to hook up with a really good professional
Right.
because I will tell you, yes, prices are high and sellers are making a lot of money, but if you are a purchaser in this market, whether you're watching in Ohio, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, South Carolina, you need a professional guide you through this
Yes.
because even for us seasoned professionals, it's changing daily.
It is.
It's almost like your friends that are physicians, right? They've been able to show up, go to work every day for 10, 20, 30 years, and for the most part, it's been the same. But every week over the past 52 weeks, their life and
It's
their profession is changing, and they are having to adapt every day. And so you really need to hook up with a good professional because it's important that you stay ahead of, we'll call it the competition, but ahead of the competition.
Right. I
Because
agree.
if you're watching this and you don't own a home here on the Grand Strand, we want you to live here. It's a great place to live. There's so much to offer you. It's a great lifestyle. We've
Yes.
benefited from it. And so I hope they get to realize that dream.
Well, and with the interest rate so low,
Yeah.
it's almost cheaper, if not cheaper, to own a home than it is to rent one.
Than it is to rent. That absolutely is.
But finding the right home, using the right realtor,
Right.
using an expert. You know, there's a national statistic that says, and this has probably changed and it'll make sense in a second, but there's a statistic that says every 18 months, 50% of all of our information in real estate changes.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
50%.
That's crazy.
I guarantee you that number has gone down as far as months are concerned.
Months are concerned,
It's got to
yeah.
be every 8 to 10 months,
Easily.
50%
Yeah.
has changed. Just
Yeah.
look at our last year.
Well, you have the real estate school. I mean, I can't imagine what you have to keep up with all the time training your new real estate
It is
professionals in our
changing every
area.
day.
So kudos to you because that's very hard to do. And I know the students that you work with are benefiting
Yeah.
from it. So thank you for teaching them.
Absolutely. Well, you know, that's why you need an expert is because they keep
Yeah.
up with that information.
Right.
Versus if you're doing a for sale by owner, you know,
Yeah.
you don't get to hit the market in the same way or
Yeah.
have someone who is savvy, who knows other realtors who can connect you with the highest dollar of profit,
It
the
is.
highest return.
That's important.
It's very important.
It's important. And you know, please, if you're watching this, you're one of our loyal viewers, and even if you're not, if this is the first episode you're watching, reach out to Jennifer and I.
Yes.
If you have real estate questions, community questions, relocation questions, suggestions, reach out to us, contact us. That's what we're here for, and we'd love to maybe put some of your anxiety at ease
Right.
by just giving you statistics and facts to make you a better consumer or a better home seller. So thank you again for watching, and we'll see you right after the break.
I got a par.
I got a birdie. I got an eagle. I've got a hole in one.
For a limited time only, Axe Heating and Cooling wants to give the next 100 callers 50% off your first preventative maintenance with us. That's right, 50% off. But you have to act now. This is for a limited time only. Whether it's a par, birdie, eagle, or a hole-in-one, you always win with Axe Heating and Cooling, because we've got our acts together.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We told you that we were going to talk about some of our favorite moments throughout our last 10 episodes of Getting Real with Real Estate. We told you that we're going to talk a little bit about the market. I think we talked to you a lot about the market, so I hope you enjoyed that and got some interesting facts behind it. But what we really were excited to talk to you about is the future of Getting Real with Real Estate and where we'll be taking you next. Jennifer?
Yes. So you guys have written in, you've told us your ideas like we discussed before. We're going to take a lot of those ideas, turn them into some episodes that we are extremely excited about. Whether you've lived here 20 years or you've just moved here, we're going to show you things you've probably never seen before throughout our counties, both Horry and Georgetown County.
Yeah, you know, we listened, and when we tell you to write in, we really mean it, you know?
Yeah.
And so we heard some of your encouragement and some of your suggestions, and we are still going to show you some beautiful homes. We're still going to show you some beautiful communities and features. But what we're really excited about is to showcase why the Grand Strand is so different and so unique, and some of the amazing historical landmarks here along our beaches.
We've got some amazing stories lined up for those historic homes and historic areas and cities and the lifestyle, and we like lifestyle.
We do like lifestyle, and I think that's important. You know, if you're living here, you don't just go to the beach every day and play golf, although that is a pretty nice lifestyle.
It is.
You know, there are so many great stories, like Jennifer said, and there's so many families that have historic homes here that are actually now memorialized, or museums where you can go in and learn the history. We've got the Shag Museum in North Myrtle Beach. You know, I don't want to disclose too much, but we are going to bring you so much new information about the Grand Strand as it relates to the lifestyle that you want to live here, whether you're relocating, retiring, or just visiting.
That's exactly right. So check us out. Keep tuning in every Wednesday at 12:30, or follow us on YouTube. We're always there with all of our episodes, and we'd love to hear from you.
Well, everybody, that's Getting Real with Real Estate. That's a wrap, and we'll see you next time.